Good morning and happy Sabbath, everyone. How many of you guys feel like this week went kind of fast, like we were all just here? We were complaining about the heat, maybe making plans, maybe counting the days till a summer trip, or maybe plans for 4th of July next week. Maybe even making plans for this evening when the sun goes down. It feels like the days are just kind of blowing by. Now I want to ask you guys a second question. Would you be embarrassed if God were to return today? I heard this question this week, and it really hit me, because I grew up knowing that any day Christ could return. It's kind of engraved in most of us. But do we really believe it? Do we really live each day like it was going to happen? Or do we kind of just let the weeks go by? Buy, sell, work, eat, drink, sow, and reap. I want each of you to ask yourselves right now, if Jesus were to come down and he would walk through the doors in the back, would you be embarrassed? Would you be wishing you had an extra hour to prepare? Maybe for some of us, we would have worn that shirt or shoes we didn't want to waste on just a regular occasion. Maybe it was the extra $100 you could have donated or given away, but instead spent on a meal or some random Amazon purchase. Maybe it was an opportunity to visit a person who was maybe out of your way. Would you have said it, done it, or thought it differently? Or maybe would you just slouch down in your seat and hope that he didn't see you? I know there's moments in my life where I'd be doing something and then randomly I'd have this thought, I would hate for God to come down and see me here. Wasting whatever time I've been given at this movie or on this purchase that I selfishly spent for others to like me, or just a random purchase. I remember right after high school, I had this job working with older people. And there was a gentleman one night who didn't want to sleep. And I tried everything to get him to go to sleep. But I vividly remember he asked me a question. He asked me a question that said, and he went, "What if the sun doesn't come out tomorrow?" And in my immediate response, I said, "Well, of course it will. It's come up every other day, and it's going to be here tomorrow. Please go to sleep." And when I was walking back to my desk and filling out some paperwork, I kept thinking of his question over and over and over again. The sun most likely will come out, but maybe he was talking from his perspective. Maybe he would sleep, and then he would never see it come back up. I remember the rest of the night not being able to forget the question and truly pondering it every now and again, and I'll remind myself, what if it doesn't? There's a quote I like, and it goes like this: every person is as close to God as they want to be. And I really like that, because it's not up to anyone except ourselves. We get to decide that, and then we get to live with the consequence. I just have one scripture to turn to, and it's found in Matthew 24:36, and I can give you guys all a second to turn to it. But it goes, "But about the day and hour no one knows, not even the angels in heaven, nor the Son, but only the Father. As were in the days of Noah, so will it be at the coming of the Son of Man. For in those days before the flood, people were eating, drinking, marrying, and being given into marriage up till the day Noah entered the ark. And they knew nothing about what was to happen until the flood came and took them all away. That's how it will be with the coming of the Son of Man. 2 men will be in the field, one will be taken, one will be left. 2 women will be grinding with a hand mill, one will be taken and the other left. Therefore watch, because you do not know what day your Lord will come. But understand this, if the owner of the house had known what time the night the thief would be coming, he would have kept watch and would not have let his house be broken into. So you must also be ready, because the Son of Man will come at an hour when you do not expect him. Who then is faithful and wise servant whom the master has put in charge of the servants of his household to give them food at their proper time? It will be good for that servant whose master finds him doing so when he returns. Truly, I tell you, he will put him in charge of all his possessions. But suppose that wicked servant says to himself, my master is delayed. And he begins to beat his fellow servants and eat and drink with the drunkards. The master of the servants will come on a day when he does not expect him, and at an hour he's not aware of, and he will cut him to pieces and assign him a place with the hypocrites, and there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth." There's really no explanation needed with that passage. It's pretty self-explanatory. Let's not get complacent. Let's decide how close we want to be to God, and let us not be caught sleeping. Thank you.